Everyone, can you hear me? Let's continue our topic now. Neeraj, Sarath.
Yes.
Sarath, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So before start, Cisco Asa Firewall. Okay, let's talk about basic concept about firewall technology. What is firewall device? So, any idea about firewall? Sarath, Neeraj, what do you think about firewall device? I'm not talking about Cisco Asa. Any firewall talk.
Basically, it will filter the traffic,
Okay, this
and
device
also
can
it
filter the traffic. Okay.
is acting as a perimeter device.
Sorry, your voice is not clear. Can you repeat again?
Yeah, normally we are using this device as a perimeter device.
Okay. Neeraj, what do you think about firewall?
So firewall is a security device. It by default, I think all the traffic is denied. You have to allow it using the access list.
See, it's depend upon vendor, Neeraj. Okay. In all
Yeah.
vendor, by default, traffic is not denied. Okay. It depend upon vendor.
Okay.
Like, are working with Cisco ASA, so traffic is allowed by default from higher security level to lower security level. I will tell you. Okay, let's
Okay.
start our discussion. Firewall is what? Firewall is just like a router, everyone. It's just like a router. For example, you can configure a routing on router device. You can configure on firewall. NAT you can configure on router. Yes, you can configure on firewall. VPN. Yes, you can configure on firewall. So firewall is just like a router. But yes, in firewall we have some advanced feature which router cannot provide you. Okay, so everyone can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
So firewall is just like a router. Okay. In firewall, we have some advanced feature which router cannot provide you, but you can see routing, NAT, and VPN. These topics you can implement on firewall device. So firewall is a system, you can say it's a system or group of system that can manage access between networks. Between network means what? We have LAN network, WAN network, and DMZ network. Firewall is a system that can manage access between networks, LAN, WAN, and DMZ network. So LAN is what? Our private network is a LAN network. Your LAN portion is called private network. WAN side is what? Your public side network. Public side network is called WAN side network, or your ISP portion is your public portion, WAN side portion. Now, what is DMZ? Any idea about DMZ, Sarath?
Yeah, basically it is for the server zone, device zone.
Sorry, your voice is not clear. Can you repeat again?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, but your voice
Yeah,
is very
basically it is for the server zone. Means
servers.
where we need where we need more security.
But I can put all my devices in LAN side network, no problem. Let me create a topology. For example, I have a firewall device.
Okay.
This portion is your DMZ LAN portion, for example, LAN side. We have only idea about LAN side network and WAN side network. So all the servers I'm using in LAN side network, a web server, SMTP server, DNS server, FTP server, and yes, computers, printer. We have connectivity and some company confidential servers I have in LAN side network, company confidential server. So I can put all my devices in a single LAN portion. I can put all my devices, and this side is what? WAN side network. If traffic is coming from WAN side, if traffic is initiated from WAN side network, if traffic is initiated from WAN side network, for example, this machine is trying to access your web server. If this outside machine is trying to access this web server, So to allow your traffic from WAN to LAN, you need to configure policy. Like in Cisco, we can create ACL rule. In Palo Alto, you can create security policy. In Fortinet, you can create firewall policy concept. So you need policy. You need policy to allow your traffic. So now traffic is coming from outside. It's trying to travel to LAN side network as per policy. Yes, traffic is traveling. This outside machine can communicate with this inside web server as per our policy. But you can see coming from or it's initiated from untrusted network, right? Traffic is coming from untrusted network. So it may be possible this traffic can try to compromise your other devices, right? Sarat, Neeraj, traffic is
Yes.
initiated from untrusted network. So it may be possible. It can try to compromise your other devices. So that's why I'm not putting these servers in, I'm not putting these servers in LAN side network. What I'm doing, I'm using these servers. For these servers, I'm creating a separate zone, separate portion. Okay, I'm creating a separate zone is called DMZ zone. It's just a name. You can use your name, my name, no problem. It's just a name. DMZ, demilitarized zone. DMZ network. Here we have a switch. And in DMZ side network, I can put all my servers, for example, web server, SMTP server, DNS server, FTP server. I can put all my servers. And this time, if any traffic is coming from outside, it will hit onto this public facing interface. And as per your configuration, this traffic will redirect on DMZ side network. Now your LAN portion is secure now. How to redirect our traffic? So we can implement here DNAT, destination NAT. How to redirect our traffic, we can do in our lab. With DNAT, with destination NAT, your firewall can redirect your traffic. So DMZ network we need. Okay, in DMZ network, we can put all these servers. These servers are publicly allowed for outside user. Clear my point? Why we need DMZ network? Sarath, Neeraj.
Yeah, it's clear, sir.
Now let's talk about firewall other features. Firewall other feature, for example, stateful firewall technique. Every firewall is using this technique, stateful firewall. Any idea about stateful firewall, Neeraj? What is stateful firewall inspection? Sarath, every firewall is using this concept is called stateful firewall inspection. Any firewall, Cisco ASA, Cisco Firepower, Palo Alto, Fortinet, Checkpoint. So what is stateful firewall? I have Cisco ASA firewall, for example, Cisco ASA firewall. Cisco ASA is called Adaptive Security Appliance. This Cisco ASA firewall is connected with LAN side network. This portion is LAN side network. In LAN side network, I have multiple computers, and this side network is your ISP side portion. I have fast Ethernet 0/0, fast Ethernet 0/1. So Cisco ASA firewall always works with a concept is called security level concept. Cisco ASA works with security level. What is security level? See, only Cisco ASA. If you talk about Cisco ASA works with security level. If you talk about Cisco next generation firewall, Cisco FTD, it's a JBF firewall, zone-based firewall. But Cisco ASA, it's work with security level concept. What is security level? Here we have predefined concept in Cisco ASA firewall, predefined concept. If you go on any interface and if you type this predefined keyword, it's called INSIDE. If you type this predefined keyword inside keyword on any interface, for example, I'm using this keyword on 0/0 interface. So this interface will get a security level 100. Onto this public facing interface, I'm using any other keyword, not inside. For example, I'm using outside keyword. So this interface will get a security level 0. So security level range is in between 0 to 100. 0 to 100. Now this inside machine, my point is this inside machine, this 192.168.10.10 is trying to communicate with this outside server 8.8.8.8, for example. So in Cisco ASA firewall, Neeraj, Sarath, in Cisco ASA firewall, by default traffic is allowed. Neeraj, Sarath, by default traffic is allowed from higher security level to lower security level. Here we have a concept. Traffic is by default allowed from a higher security level to lower security level. No need to create any policy. Only in Cisco ASA. Sarath, clear my point?
Yeah.
Neeraj, traffic is by default allowed from higher security level to lower security level. So my point is, if this inside machine, this 10.10 is trying to communicate with this 8.8.8, this traffic will hit here. This traffic will hit onto this interface. Firewall will check, okay, this traffic is coming from higher security level and trying to go on lower security level. As per default concept, traffic is allowed from higher security level to lower security level. So traffic is traveling, no problem. And when traffic is traveling through the firewall device, when traffic is traveling through the appliance, then firewall will maintain the state of connection. Firewall will maintain the state of connection in a table. It's called state table, or you can say connection table. It's a common concept. State table, connection table, it's a common concept. Okay, in any firewall device. So when traffic is traveling through the firewall box, through the appliance, firewall will maintain the state of connection in connection table, in a state table. And what it maintain? It maintain source IP, source port number, destination IP, destination port number. So as per our task, this inside machine, this 10.10 is trying to communicate with this 8.8.8. So source IP is 192.168.10.10. Source port number, you can take any random port number, for example, 52,000. Destination IP is 8.8.8.8, and he's trying to communicate. He's trying to access, for example, port number 443. So traffic is traveling, and when traffic is traveling through the firewall device, firewall will maintain the state of connection in state table. Now, what about return traffic? Okay, if this 8.8.8, everyone, if this 8.8.8 will give the reply, so reply packet will go and hit onto this interface. And onto this interface, we have a security level 0. So now this time traffic is trying to travel from lower security level to higher security level. And if traffic is traveling from lower to higher, everything is denied. Everything is denied. So what about return traffic? When this traffic will go and hit onto this interface. So when firewall will receive any traffic on any interface, it will check traffic information in a state table. Firewall will check this traffic information in a state table. Is there any entry available for this traffic? So firewall can verify, yes, 8.8.8 traffic is coming from 8.8. Yes, I have information. And this 8.8 is trying to communicate with this 10.10. Yes, I have this information. So behalf of state table, firewall can identify this traffic was initiated from LAN side network. It was initiated from LAN side network. It's just a reply packet because we have information in state table. So if information is available in state table, traffic is allowed. Clear now? This is just a reply packet. As per state table, firewall can identify just a reply packet. So what is stateful firewall inspection? When traffic is traveling through the firewall device, firewall will maintain the state of connection in state table and then forward the traffic to the outside. When reply packet will come, it will check information in state table in connection table. If it is available, it's allow, otherwise drop. Clear this concept, Neeraj, Sarath?
Yeah, it is clear.
This is common concept, everyone. Stateful firewall inspection is a common concept. State table you can verify in any firewall device. Like in Cisco Asa, we can use show connection command to verify our connection detail information. Now, the next topic, next common feature, this stateful firewall is a common feature for any firewall device. Next common feature is firewall mode. Firewall mode. So we can use our firewall device in two mode. We can go with L3 firewall box, or we can use our appliance as a layer 2 firewall device. It's a common concept. In Cisco ASA, it's called layer 3 firewall, or you can say NAT mode firewall. Layer 2 firewall is known as transparent firewall device. So in case if I have a firewall box and this firewall device I'm using as a layer 2 firewall, if this box is a layer 3 firewall box, layer 3 firewall device. So these interfaces are called L3 interfaces. These interfaces are what? L3 interfaces. It means you can configure IP address here. You can configure IP address onto these interfaces. You can configure routing onto this box. NAT you can configure. VPN you can configure. And it's a firewall. It's a firewall, so you can utilize firewall feature. But in case if you are using this complete appliance as a layer 2 firewall or as a transparent firewall device, so these interfaces are layer 2 interfaces. It's not a switch port, it's a layer 2 interface. It means you cannot configure IP address onto these interfaces. No. You cannot configure routing onto this box, NAT, no, VPN, no. So we have limitation with transparent firewall. We have limitation with layer 2 firewall. So the question is, in this scenario, we can use our complete box as a layer 2 firewall. What is the scenario? Because we have great feature with layer 3 firewall device, right? If box mode is layer 3, so we can utilize routing feature, we can utilize NAT, VPN option. But if box mode is layer 2 firewall, we have limitation. So that's right.
Yes.
Neeraj? Sharath, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Clear
So
now?
normally it will use for only for the
Sorry?
monitoring, right? If it is in that, if it is
I
in
will
L2 mode, so
tell you
normally
about
we are
the
using.
scenario. I will tell you about scenario, okay? Wait.
No.
Neeraj, clear for you this option? We can use our firewall device in two mode. We can go with L3 firewall box. We can go with layer 2 firewall box. Now the point is, in this scenario, we can use our complete box as a layer 2 firewall box. Let's talk about scenario. Okay, I'm working in an existing routing switching topology. For example, I have a router. This portion is your LAN side network. LAN side network, and this portion is your ISP side. ISP side. Sarath, are you using any headphone or earphone something?
Yeah, I'm using one headphone.
No, headphone or earphone something. Are you using?
Yeah, I'm using.
Okay.
Is there any noise?
Voice is very low, that's why. Now,
Okay.
so I'm working in existing routing switching topology, for example, okay? Into this topology, everything is working fine. This traffic is hitting onto the switch forwarding traffic to the router, and based on routing table, router is forwarding traffic to the outside. Everything is fine into this topology. Now, as a network administrator, I want to deploy a firewall box here. I want to filter my traffic. Before deploy a firewall device, you can see this portion is your LAN portion, your LAN subnet. And this portion is your WAN subnet. So I want to deploy a firewall device here. If I'm using my firewall box, as a layer 3 firewall, then these interfaces are L3 interfaces. If this box mode is L3 firewall box, so each interface will participate in different subnet. So in your existing network, if you are trying to deploy your box as a layer 3 firewall box, so you need to change your existing IP address scheme. Now your single subnet is divided into two different subnet. See, different network. You need to change your existing IP address scheme. That is the issue. No problem. You can change your IP address scheme. You want to deploy your firewall device as a layer 3, so you can change your IP address scheme. You can deploy, you can do configuration, no problem. But in case if I don't want to change anything into this existing topology and I want to deploy a firewall device, I don't want to change anything. I don't want to change any IP address scheme, and I want to deploy a complete firewall device into this live network. So I can go with layer 2 firewall. If this firewall mode is layer 2, so these interfaces are what? Layer 2 interfaces. So no need to configure IP address. So again, you have a single subnet. But yes, you need to define a name for this interface. This is, for example, this one is your inside interface. Okay, this one is your outside interface, for example. Clear now my point, Neeraj, Sarath, where we can deploy our firewall box as a layer 2 in a live network where I don't want to change anything. I don't want to change any existing IP address scheme. Most of the time, layer 2 firewall we are using in existing data center network. Neeraj. Most of the time we are using our layer 2 firewall in existing data center because data center is a complex network. And if you want to deploy your firewall box, if you are using a firewall box as a layer 3, you need to change your existing IP address scheme. I don't want to change anything. That's why we are using our firewall box as a layer 2 firewall box. No need to change anything in your existing network, and you can deploy your firewall box. It's a complete firewall, so you can utilize firewall feature. Neeraj, clear my point?
Yes, sir, clear.
Sarath?
Yeah, it's clear.
But we have limitation, okay? With layer 2 firewall, we have a limitation, okay? Now, this firewall, we cannot connect with internet directly. We cannot configure translation option. We cannot terminate any VPN connection. No, not possible. Because we have limitation. It's a transparent firewall device. So it's a common feature, everyone. If you go in FORTINET, it's called VDOM concept. Sorry, in FORTINET, it's called transparent firewall device. In Palo Alto, it's called vWire concept. Okay, in checkpoint firewall device, it's called bridge option, bridge mode. So it's a common concept. You can get in any firewall. Okay, now let's talk about Cisco ASA firewall now. Cisco ASA firewall. So the question is, why Cisco ASA? Because in market we have multiple vendors, multiple firewall devices. Why Cisco ASA? So the question is, why Cisco ASA? Because we have multiple vendors for firewall technology. Cisco ASA is what? Adaptive Security Appliance. And these are the features. These are the features you can explain to anyone. ASA firewall features. Okay, we have lots of features in Cisco ASA firewall. Let's talk about each option. So first we have operating system. First option is what? Operating system. So in Cisco ASA, if we talk about checkpoint firewall box, for example, checkpoint. In checkpoint, we have a Gaia operating system. Checkpoint is a software-based firewall. You can download Gaia OS, Gaia operating system. You can install this Gaia operating system on any machine, in your laptop, in your desktop. You can install this Gaia operating system and you can use your laptop or desktop as a complete firewall device. So it's a checkpoint option. Checkpoint is a software-based firewall. But Palo Alto, or if you talk about Cisco, so in Cisco, we have OS and hardware from same vendor. In Checkpoint, you can get any vendor device like your laptop, and you can install Gaia operating system in your laptop. You can use your laptop as a complete firewall device. But in Cisco, both hardware and software both belong to Cisco. It's not like other vendor. They use other company OS and other company hardware. No. So if you face any issue related with hardware, you can talk to Cisco. If you face any issue related with operating system, you can talk to Cisco. Single vendor for both options. This is the first feature. Second feature is, next one is stateful firewall. So like other firewall, Cisco firewall is giving you option for stateful firewall inspection. What is stateful firewall inspection? I told you, if traffic is traveling through the firewall device, it maintains the state of connection when packet is traveling for the appliance. After adding information in state table, it followed the packet to the destination. When it received reply packet, it matched the packet information in a state table. If match, accept. If match, then accept. If no, otherwise drop. So stateful firewall inspection, yes, Cisco ASA can do. User-based authentication. So like other vendor, Cisco ASA firewall is giving option for user-based authentication for telnet service, for HTTP, HTTPS, or FTP. Yes, you can use user-based authentication. You can use AAA server option. AAA is what? Authentication, authorization, and accounting. AAA feature you can use in Cisco ASA firewall. User-based authentication you can do for your inbound traffic or for your outbound traffic. Protocol inspection. So in Cisco ASA firewall, it can do deep packet inspection. It can do deep packet inspection, and this concept is called MPF, Modular Policy Framework, or you can say deep packet inspection. It can inspect your protocols. It's not a next generation firewall feature. No, it's not a next generation firewall. It's a feature, small feature. Cisco ASA, in Cisco ASA firewall, it can do deep inspection in protocols like FTP, SMTP, HTTP. We have a topic to discuss, okay, about deep packet inspection. Right now, I'm giving you the basic idea. Now, VPN. Yes, this feature you can configure on Cisco ASA. VPN, you can use site-to-site or remote access. IPsec VPN, you can implement. SSL VPN option is available. Clientless, full client option you can configure. So VPN, it support. VPN feature we have in Cisco ASA firewall. Virtual firewall. Virtual firewall, like if you are working in Fortinet firewall device. In Fortinet, you can divide your single appliance into multiple virtual firewall box. In Fortinet, it's called VDOM concept. In Palo Alto, we have virtual system. In Cisco ASA, we can go with virtual firewall concept. We can divide our single appliance into multiple virtual firewall box. So this feature, Cisco ASA firewall can support. You can divide your single appliance into multiple appliances. So you can say virtual firewall, or you can say security context. Here we can create multiple firewalls or multiple contexts, you can say, like marketing context, sales context, HR context, or you can say marketing firewall, sales firewall, HR firewall. Next feature, web-based management. So like other vendor, yes, you can you can manage your Cisco ASA firewall with graphical page through ASDM application. If you want to manage Palo Alto, okay, Fortinet firewall, you can manage or you can access both firewall device through browser, no problem. You can do all your configurations through browser. What is Cisco ASA? If you want to manage your Cisco ASA, we have ASDM application. If you want to manage your Cisco next generation firewall device, you need a dedicated appliance or centralized management option. It's called Cisco FMC, Firepower Management Center. So to manage Cisco ASA, we have ASDM. To manage next generation Cisco next generation firewall device, we have FMC. To manage multiple checkpoint gateway, to manage multiple checkpoint gateway, we have checkpoint management, or you can say SMS server. For Palo Alto, for FORTINET, we have browser. You can access, you can manage, you can do all your configuration through browser. But for Cisco FTD, we have FMC. For Cisco ASA, we have ASDM. For checkpoint gateway, we have checkpoint management, SMS server. So web-based management option is available in Cisco ASA firewall. You can manage through CLI, you can manage through graphical page. So that's any question?
No, it is clear.
Neeraj, any question there? Clear now? Now failover, stateful failover. Yes, you can configure stateful failover, high availability, active standby, active. Neeraj, clear now?
Yes, sir, clear.
Now, stateful firewall. So failover concept, or you can say high availability concept, you can implement here. Active standby. In active standby, one firewall is actively manage your traffic, and other device status is standby, or you can say passive firewall device. And what is active? In active, we can utilize both the appliance. Okay, so you can do stateful failover in Cisco ASA firewall. If you go with Cisco next generation firewall like Cisco FTD, so in Cisco FTD, you can only implement active standby. Active option is not available. Sarath, Neeraj.
Yes, sir.
With Cisco next generation firewall, you can only configure active standby. Active option is not available. You cannot do. And see, this security context, this virtual firewall concept you cannot use in Cisco Firepower Threat Defense. In Cisco next generation firewall device, you cannot use this virtual firewall concept. No. So we have some limitation. Okay, I will tell you in Cisco Firepower Trading. Now IP version 6, yes, next generation IP you can configure on Cisco ASA firewall. Clustering option, so you can combine multiple firewall devices. You can combine multiple appliances and use as a single big box. It's called clustering feature. So these are what Cisco ASA firewall features. Now let's try to access. Okay, wait. Okay, let's take a break for 5 minutes. Neeraj, Sarath.
Okay.
5-minute break, then we can continue.
Yes.
Everyone, can you hear me? Neeraj, Sarath?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's continue our topic now. Sarath, can you hear me, dear?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, so wait. Let's do some basic configuration on Cisco Asa Firewall. Wait. Okay, so I have a Cisco ASA firewall. And this is console. Wait. What happened? Please wait, this will take time. Okay, everyone, Neeraj, Sarath. This is console page, everyone. And you can see it's like a user exec mode. See, it's like a user exec mode. You can type enable command here. You can use all Cisco routers command. Enable, asking for passwords, but there's no password. You can press enter. Now you are in privilege mode. To go configuration mode, you can type config command. Exit, you can do this. So let's verify some configuration here, like show mode. I want to verify security context mode or virtual firewall mode in Cisco ASA firewall. You can use show mode command. So you can see security context mode is single. So right now this firewall mode is single firewall. Now you can type show firewall command to verify your firewall information. See, firewall mode is router. So this firewall we are using as a layer 3 firewall device. Next, you can verify show version. Show version command you can use to get the detailed information about this appliance. For example, we are working with OS version is 9.1, and this is the hardware 2048 MB RAM, CPU information, and this is ASA 5520. This is what hardware appliance 5520. Let me tell you about this product family information. Wait. Okay, so these are what Cisco ASA product family. This Cisco ASA firewall range start with 5505, ASA 5505. This firewall we can use for small network, small office or branch office. And we have 5506X. if you get X option with any firewall device, you can see here we have only 5505. But this with this Cisco ASA 5506, we have X symbol. If you have X option, it means this is what Cisco ASA firewall with firepower feature. Firepower feature. If I'm talking about firepower, Neeraj, it's a NG-IPS. Okay, it's not a next generation firewall. Everyone, it's a NG-IPS. Cisco Firepower is a NG-IPS. Cisco Firepower Threat Defense, it's called FTD. Firepower Threat Defense, it's a Cisco next generation firewall. And if you are saying Cisco Firepower only, it's a Cisco NG-IPS. So if you get X option with any Cisco ASA firewall hardware, X, it means we have a Cisco ASA firewall with firepower feature. So we can add firepower module. We can utilize both feature, ASA feature and NG-IPS or Cisco firepower feature. So now the Cisco ASA product start with 5505. We can use for small network. Yes, we have some series for medium-sized network, 5520, medium-sized network. For large deployment, you can go with 5550. See, 5550 or 5555X. For data center network, we have 5585X module. And in case if you are working with any virtualization network like AWS, Azure network, so you can go with ASAV. Only ASA, it's a physical appliance. If you get ASA with a small v, it's a complete Cisco ASA firewall, but this firewall you can use in a virtualization network. Like in Cisco FTD, if you have FTD only, it's a complete Cisco next generation firewall physical device, physical appliance. And if you have FTD with small v, so it's a complete next generation firewall, but this firewall we can use in a virtualization network. Clear now my point, Neeraj, Sarat?
Yes.
Now let's go with the basic concept, basic command option here. Okay, so with show version command, you can verify your OS version information, your hardware information, and your CPU, RAM information, and here we can verify license information. License, see, we have failover license for active, so we can do active passive lab. VPN license is available, so yes, it's available. Enable security context, so we have 20 virtual firewall contexts. We can divide this single firewall box into 20 virtual firewall box. So licenses are available in our topology. Now we can start some basic configuration. We can start some basic configuration like show interface IP brief command you can use to verify interface information. We have four data interfaces here. You can configure any interface. For example, I want to configure Ethernet 0. So you can go in Ethernet 0 and type nameif command. With nameif command, you can provide your inside, outside DMZ information. So this interface, for example, I want to use for inside network, for LAN network. So I told you we have predefined keyword. In Cisco ASA firewall, we have predefined keyword is called INSIDE. If you type this predefined keyword on any interface, the interface will get a security level 100. You can see, you can press enter. See, security level for inside is set to 100 by default. So this is predefined keyword INSIDE. Now you can type IP address information. For example, 200, 200, 200. I want to configure mask. You can define no shutdown command. Exit. Okay, for example, this Ethernet one I want to use as an outside interface. So yes, you can go in interface Ethernet one. Name if I'm using outside. So you can see security level for this outside keyword is 0. IP address, for example, 99.99.99.1. Mask I want to configure /24, no shutdown. So we have a firewall device with LAN interface, with WAN interface. In case if I have DMZ network, LAN network, WAN side network, in case if I have DMZ. So on LAN interface, on inside network, we have a security level 100. On outside interface, we have security level 0. This is Ethernet 0, this is Ethernet 1, and this one is Ethernet 2. This interface I want to use as a DMZ, for example, DMZ. So let's try to configure DMZ interface here. DMZ interface, show interface IP brief. So we have Ethernet 2. Let's try to configure Ethernet 2. Interface Ethernet 2. Name if I'm using DMZ. If I'm using DMZ keyword, security level is set to 0 by default. So again, we have a 0. 0 we are using on public facing interface. I want to change this side, DMZ side. I want to change the security level. So you can use a command security level, and now you can select a number in between 0 to 100. I want to use 50. Yes, 50. You can press enter, and now you can configure IP address. For example, 40.40.40.1 255 255 255. No shutdown. Done. You can type show interface IP brief. So we have 4 interfaces. You can type show name if command to verify your interface security level information. Ethernet 0 inside security level 100. Ethernet 1 outside security level 0. Ethernet 2 DMZ security level is 50. So this side, everyone, this side I'm using security level 50. So 100, 0, and 50 by default. By default, traffic is allowed from higher to lower. I told you in Cisco Asa Firewall, traffic is allowed from higher to lower. So 100 to 50 by default traffic will allow. No need to configure any policy. 100 to 0 by default traffic is allowed. 50 to 0 by default traffic is allowed. But from lower to higher, 0 to 50, everything is denied. 0 to 100, everything is denied. So now we have security level 100, 50, and 0. Neither Sarath, in case if I have one more DMZ interface, for example, this is DMZ1 and this is DMZ2. Sarath, if I have one more DMZ network, this is DMZ2, for example. And here we are using security level 50. Then can I configure 50? Is it possible? What do you think? Because 50 I'm using here. Can I configure 50 on any other interface? For example, this is Ethernet 3. Is it possible?
No.
Let's try. Ethernet 3, okay? Let's try. Interface Ethernet 3. Name if DMZ2. Security levels by default 0. Now let's configure security level 50. Yes, I can configure.
Okay.
IP address, for example, 60.60.60.1 mask. No shutdown command you can use. So you can verify here with show name if command. You can verify we have same security level. So my question is, I told you by default traffic is allowed from higher security level to lower security level. By default, it's allowed in Cisco Asa Firewall. So 100 to 50, it's allowed. 50 to 0, it's allowed. 100 to 0, it's allowed. But if two interfaces have same security level, then same security level, they cannot communicate with each other by default. Neeraj, Sharath, They
Okay.
cannot communicate with each other. If two interfaces or multiple interfaces, if they have same security level, same security number, they cannot communicate with each other by default. But if you want to create a communication, you can do this. You need a single command. You can type on Cisco Asa Firewall device. I will show you. Right now, I'm telling the story. Same security level members cannot communicate with each other by default. Clear this concept, everyone?
Yeah, it is clear.
Clear now? Now I'm trying to add one device here. Wait. It's Cisco ASA firewall. I'm trying to add one machine. I want to manage this Cisco ASA firewall. I want to manage this Cisco ASA firewall through Telnet through SSH. Wait. Because I can take console page. This is console page. Let's verify IP address. So show interface IP brief. Configuration is not saved, so we need to configure again. So on this Ethernet 0 interface, I'm configuring IP address. Name if inside IP address is 192.168.10.1. No shutdown. Show interface IP brief. Basic topology. One firewall and one management PC, you can say. Let's configure same series of IP address. Same series of IP address onto this management PC. And cpa.cpl IP address we can configure 192.168.10 network. So 192.168.10.0 10.10 I'm using mask. Now you can verify your basic connectivity. So from this PC, I'm trying to ping firewall Ethernet 0 interface. IP address I'm using 10.1. I'm getting reply, Neeraj, Sarath.
Yes.
So to the firewall in Cisco ASA firewall, to the firewall, traffic is allowed. To the firewall, I'm not traveling through the firewall device. To the firewall, ICMP traffic is allowed. I can ping. If you talk about Palo Alto, if you talk about FORTINET, to the firewall, everything is denied. In Cisco ASA, you can ping to the firewall. Now, from this PC, I'm trying to access Telnet service. Telnet 192.168.10.1. So for Telnet service, you need to configure Telnet here. In Cisco ASA firewall, command is Telnet. And now you can specify your host information or network information authorized to log into the system. So you can define your trusted host or trusted subnet information. Okay, for example, only specific IP can access this firewall device through Telnet service. Okay, 192.168.10.10. This machine can access. For single machine, you can use mask/32. If you want to allow complete network 10.0, for example, complete network, so mask, you can use /24. I want to allow a specific IP address 10.10. So mask /32 255 255 255, and this PC is a part of inside network. So yes, I can define inside network. Now you can set your password. Password CCIE12345. Done. Telnet configuration. Simple. You can try from here. Telnet 10.1, port number 23. Open. See, you can access. Password you are using CCIE12345. See, everyone. Cisco Asa Firewall. You can set privileged password also. Enable secret. Okay, enable password. Enable secret is not required. CCIE123. It's enable password command, but if you check, this password is encrypted. This password is encrypted. See, enable password. Password is encrypted. So enable password is CCI123. So enable CCIE123. We can access. Clear now? Telnet option. Niraj, Sarat.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it is clear.
If I want to enable SSH, then because Telnet is not secure. Telnet is what? It's a clear text communication. So I want to use SSH. For SSH, if you remember SSH configuration in Cisco router, same command syntax we have in Cisco Asa Firewall. First, you can change your host name, ASA. Then you can use command domain name. Domain name, for example, I'm using abc.com. Then crypto key generate RSA. Same command we have. And now you need username. Username is admin1. Password I'm giving admin1. Privilege is 15. Privilege 15 means this admin can do any changes, can do
Okay,
anything.
okay.
Now we can type AAA authentication. Wait. AAA authentication SSH console. And for SSH, I'm using database. If you type question mark, we have two options. You can define your radius and TechX server information. Right now we have user account in local database. This is the user account we have in our local storage in local database. So I'm using console is local. Local is what? Local database. So this is the command. What we have first, you can set domain name and command is same, crypto key generate RSA. Then username you can create. After that, AAA authentication SSH console, local database. Now you need to type SSH like telnet SSH, and you can define your trusted host information or network information. So this machine, this 192.168 IP address. Wait, let's cancel this.
At 10.10, I think it was one.
10.10. So 10.15, for example, this time. 10.15 can access through telnet inside network. So from this inside machine, if I'm trying to access SSH 192.168.10.1, I'm trying to access, I cannot because as per our configuration, only 10.15 can access. So you can try it. You can see I cannot access. Now let's change IP address now. As per our configuration, 10.15 can manage through SSH. So 10.15, you can verify your connectivity first. So 10.1, you can ping, and now we can go for SSH configuration. 192 SSH 10.1. Click on yes, username admin1 and password admin1. Neeraj, clear? Sarat? Clear?
Yes, sir.
It is clear.
This is what basic configuration. Basic configuration on interfaces, telnet. Let's continue this topic with all in next class. Okay, everyone?
Okay, sir.
Okay, all the students are not available. So let's continue this topic in next session. Same time,
Okay.
9 a.m. Bye, everyone. Take care, guys.
Okay,
Yes,
bye-bye.
sir. Can we have the image for this one that?
Sure, I can share lab setup software.
Okay.
Please provide your email ID in WhatsApp group. Sir, okay?
Yeah, sure.
Bye, everyone. Take care, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.